If you've ever tried to grow cherries from seed, then you'll know that they won't grow true to type. They'll often revert to something wild, small, sour little cherries. And if you're really fortunate, well, you might get something more edible. You might get something nice that produces well, but it's a huge genetic gamble. So today we're going to be grafting our seed-grown cherry trees using a Cleft graft. If you want cherries like the one that you enjoyed eating, the only way to guarantee that success is by cloning. Grafting is how you do that. We take a scion, a piece of wood from a productive tree, and attach it to our rootstock. You're going to need a dormant scion from last year's growth. I collected my budwood in the same week that I was going to do my graft. A very sharp knife, alcohol to sterilise your tools, and some grafting tape. I also used a little bit of electric tape that I used to get a tighter bind, and we'll also want some nice sharp pruning shears. We're going to try and match the diameter of the scion to the trunk. The closer this match, the easier it is going to be to align the cambium layers. That's the live, active, growing part of the tree that sits sandwiched between the outer bark and the inner wood. First, head back the tree to the height you want your graft. Now split the trunk straight down the centre, not too deep, just enough to receive the scion. Cut a wedge based on your scion, 2 clean flat cuts. A sharp straight-edged knife makes a huge difference here. Be careful not to touch that exposed cambium layer and don't damage the buds. Insert the wedge into the split, and the crucial part here is that both cambium layers from your rootstock and your budwood, your scion, are in contact. Even if only one side aligns properly, that will be enough. That contact will allow the rootstock to feed the budwood, keep it alive, heal the wound, and eventually start growing. We want to bind it tightly, and I found a little bit of electric tape great for this because it gave a stronger clamp. And then we use grafting tape to seal up that wounded area, to seal in the moisture, and wrap the rest of the scion with this tape so we can prevent as much moisture loss as possible, keep that budwood alive as long as possible until that connection is welded. I'm not an expert in grafting, so hopefully between both of our cherry trees, one of the grafts will take, and then I can decide which one we'll leave just to grow naturally. So I'm going to be keeping my grafted cherries in the shed near a window that gives some nice indirect light. We don't want too much heat that direct sunlight would cause, as it'd cause condensation and mold. We want cool, stable conditions. It's going to take about 2 weeks. We'll be able to take off the tape then and see if it's formed a callus, a union, and you saw, super easy to do. Make sure you get plenty of scions. Don't cut too low, because if you head it too low and then you realise you've botched the job and you need to head it a couple more times, keep that in mind. Maybe do it a little bit higher than would be ideal so that you could head it again and try again if you fail. So here we are 2 weeks later. You can see the callus beginning to form around the graft union. The buds are starting to swell and breaking out, which is a great sign. That means that the rootstock is feeding the scion, and it's just a matter of time until it starts growing. And here we see 10 months on, we've got a full fusion, a good strong union. The growth is solid above the graft, and that's exactly what we want to see. Out of the 2 grafts, both of them took, but one graft was a little weaker because we only got connection on one side, and we got good growth from it. But once the hot weather came and I took the bag off and the plastic, the rootstock couldn't keep up with feeding the grafted part, and it started to wither. But it wasn't a worry. We want one to grow naturally anyway, to form them sour little cherries. so I headed it back and allowed it to grow in its natural state. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to have a go yourself, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss a single upload. Until next time, I'll see you later.